Israeli forces are advancing deeper into the Gaza Strip despite new international calls for a ceasefire. Palestinian witnesses said Israeli forces moved into Khan Yunis in southern Gaza as the army widened the ground assault it launched 4 days ago against Hamas after a week of airstrikes failed to stamp out cross-border rocket fire. The conflict, now in its 11th day, has killed hundreds of Palestinians. But Israeli resolve to crush Hamas remains unshakable. The Jewish state says the basis for a new ceasefire must be the disarmament of the Islamist group. The Prime Minister's spokesman, Mark Regev, described the condition as the make-or-break issue.
Any future arrangement for quiet in the south must contain as a vital element the total cessation of weapons transfers to Hamas in Gaza. Without that, there can be no real quiet.
Hamas has demanded a lifting of Israel's blockade of the Gaza Strip as part of any truce. Disagreement on who should stop shooting first and on what terms makes the chances of a speedy end to the conflict remote. For Gaza's 1.5 million residents, Israel's war on Hamas is nothing short of a disaster. Aid agencies describe the situation as critical, with much of the population now without food, water or power. The head of the UN mission in Gaza, John Ging, is among a handful of Westerners in the Gaza Strip.
The first thing that you will be struck by is just the emptiness. The streets are empty, nothing is happening except intermittently you see a family running with their suitcases, obviously looking for safe haven somewhere.
But there are no safe havens in Gaza. An Israeli airstrike on a United Nations school where many Palestinians were sheltering in the belief they would be safe killed 3 people early on Tuesday. Israel insists its war is with Hamas, not the Palestinian people. The army says it's killed 130 Hamas fighters since it launched its ground offensive, but their bodies remain on the battlefield. Scores of civilians are dying too. Medics on the ground say the overwhelming majority of those killed since Saturday were civilians. Hospitals are overwhelmed with casualties. Mortuaries are overflowing. Exhausted doctors are powerless to staunch the flow of wounded that keep on coming day and night. Helen Long, Reuters.